people that use it. Everyone uses Uniswap, but it's just this paradigm is so new to you that your brain doesn't get it. All of the volume that matters.
Hey, the reason why,
Uniswap.
if you look at the reason why Uniswap was designed the way it was, because you can't do continuous limit order books on Ethereum for various reasons.
You previously couldn't do any kind of thing on Ethereum because the latency was so shit. I mean, DEXs had existed on Ethereum like IDEX for a year or two and had no volume. And then Uniswap made everything better. And I can tell you why that is. It's actually about it's about order matching. The reason that order books on Ethereum sucked is because you would need to run a bot to set your prices to a real central limit order book. Maybe this is why you're stuck. That's
literally what I'm saying about.
I know that. And this is why you're stuck. Yes, because in the old days, the volume used to be on the real exchange, and then this shitty DEX would come along with no volume. And then to pretend to be relevant and to try and convince people to set limit orders there, they would have to try and maintain a sane price.
Yes.
And so people would individually have to run bots in order to get the price to be similar to the central limit. So they didn't get fucked selling way lower or buying way higher. Yeah. But all that got solved by AMM. The reason it got solved by AMM is because you don't have people trading versus each other anymore. You have a market maker, a liquidity provider, making it so that whenever you want to trade, there's always liquidity there. And at a constant moving price, there's no gaps. And the movement, and this is V2 I'm talking about, it was totally symmetrical. You had as much buy pressure as you had sell pressure. And that was the innovation. There would always be someone willing to trade with you. No one would have to run a bot to maintain price. The reason that automated market makers are successful is because they solved that no one has to run bots. It's its own oracle. It doesn't need to act. It doesn't need to read anybody else's shit. It doesn't care. It's its own oracle because it can move its own prices because of the constant product X times Y equals K system. So now they changed that with V3 because it's more capital efficient. The problem with always having the ability to trade at any price is that all the money way out of the money on the bid and all the coins way out of the money on the ask, they're not being used to give people better deals on trades. They're just sitting there unused. It's capital inefficient. So with Uniswap V3, you can compress the range at which you're providing liquidity and amplify the amount of money that you're going to make because you're a larger percentage of the liquidity at that level. And then you can get the same amount of profit with a lot less money by concentrating the liquidity in a certain level. Now, there's a downside to that too, which is if the price moves past that level, those fuckers are going to start getting bad deals because there's no liquidity left there. And people might have to rebuy higher. So I've taught you a lot of stuff in this. Like you learned about V3 having limit orders. You learned about the convenience of always interacting.
Price? Do you actually put a price into?
Yes. Uniswap? I can do it with you right. Why don't I just show you live? I can just show you how to do it real quick. Just go to app.uniswap.org. This is a really useful tool, man, because instead, like you can set limit orders on match.xyz, but they make arbitrage bots rich because the price on Uniswap or other automated market makers is going to have to move far enough away from your price in the order in the limit book that an arbitrage bot makes money selling that and buying yours.
Okay, so I'm looking at the version.
If you do it on this, you don't make an arbit rich.
I'm looking at the version 2 white paper, and it says we don't need price oracles.
Why the fuck are you reading a white paper when I can take you to show you how to do it live?
We don't need oracles because the arbitragers, if the price is off, the arbitragers will trade Uniswap to make the price correct, which means that it itself doesn't have price discovery. It relies on external price.
4 things that already have larger markets outside Uniswap. That is correct. 4 things whose largest market is Uniswap. That is incorrect.
Okay.
The largest order book wins, period.
But
because you run it. The reason the largest order book wins always is because you run out of energy in the thin order book to try and arb the other one the other direction. The tail cannot wag the dog. The thickest order book always wins.
Equal, if they're both order books were equal, true. But I don't think Uniswap is a real order book. So,
bro, it's the thickest order books in all of cryptocurrency. You have to update your worldview. Those days are gone. They're literally expired. Uniswap does more volume than Coinbase on 3 of its fucking ETH USDC pairs. So V2, V3, and some other fucking one.
I know it does volume, but it doesn't mean it creates price. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, you understand price is just the amount of units that one person traded for another person's units.
Right, and price.
They're just 2 people trading.
Price discovery.
2 people can trade on a fucking notebook.
I know.
They can trade on playing dice. They can fucking
but when you have all the liquidity coming together at one spot with a limit order book, you create what's called price discovery, which is an equilibrium of the market finding price.
That's not what price discovery means. Price discovery is just the iterative process of people doing the same stupid thing of buying and selling over and over again,
right,
until the volatility has reduced, where you arbitrarily decide that, oh, in this rainbow of gradient and this gray to black, this is where I say the price has been discovered. But in fact, there is no actual end point for price discovery. It's a continuous function.
Yes, we know that.
So
yes.
why don't I just show you how to set a limit order on UniV3, bro?
Go ahead.
And you can actually make money out of this call. So go to app.uniswap.org. This is the future, man. Like, this is where all the volume is. This is where all the liquidity is.
If it was the future, okay, so if it was the future, you wouldn't have Flashbots and MEV, right? I mean, it's basically, it's Wall Street 2.0.
Flashbots solves MEV. You just named two things that are opposites of each other.
Flashbots solves MEV? Flashbots?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'll explain it to you. MEV, miner extracted, you don't know. Let me teach you. It'll take 2 minutes. MEV is miner extracted value. The miners go, oh, look, this guy wants to buy at this price. This guy wants to sell at this price. We can front run their trade or order their trades differently so that we can inject our own trade to make money. And then other people went, oh, well, shit, we can do that. And we'll just pay you extra and bid up the price for gas. And that's what they would do. They just keep bidding up the gas price higher and higher to bribe the miners to let them front run and sandwich other people's orders and automated market makers. Oh, some guy wants to buy. We'll buy before him. We'll sell right after him.
Exactly.
He'll get a shittier price and we'll steal his money.
That's why, right. That's why limit order books don't work, right?
Anything that has latency has this problem. It doesn't matter whether it's a cloud or
it's order dependency. That's the problem. Inter-block order dependency.
I'm familiar with transaction ordering as a computer science problem. So the solution is Flashbots. Flashbots is the opposite of MEV. Flashbots allows you to secretly place your trade without making it public so that you can't get sandwiched. And then you bribe the miner with a bid. And the miner doesn't know it's actually in your sealed transaction block. It just knows whether it's going to accept your bid or not. And it accepts the bids based on the efficiency of how much ETH it can get per transaction size in kilobytes.
I get it.
So Flashbots is the solution to miner extracted value.
Right. If let's just say the miner himself is the one that's running the bot. So
and they usually are. Sure.
Right.
Yes.
So he doesn't need to bribe anyone. So right. So
no, but he still gets paid by other people. Like, he has his own gig and then he gets paid by other people as well. So Flashbots solves MEV. It's the literal solution to MEV, because people can't front run you when they don't know what you're doing because it's in a sealed bid. You have no idea what Flashbots is. You should research it. It's really cool because it solves MEV. There's other ways to solve MEV that I know that you don't know that I could teach you right now. Archer Swap. Archer Swap is an automated market maker like Uniswap that uses Flashbots so that people can't sandwich you and front run you and fuck you. And you know who used Archer Swap when he needed to dump some coins? Vitalik. So I'm here teaching you shit you don't know that you can profit from.
Yeah.
And I would appreciate it if you would respect me for that, because all you've ever shown me is fucking hate for no reason. Would you like me
to teach you how to solve MEV? Would you like me to teach you? Or are you even like,
there's a bunch of different ways.
Are you even humble enough to even listen?
I already looked at your GitHub, dog, and I already read your fucking little intro. I already went to your fucking little intro on your GitHub that you link to off of your fucking profile and your Twitter. I don't need you to show me your DEX. I get it. I read it. Because unlike you, I actually do my research.
How does it work?
It's another DEX. I'm not giving you the opportunity to shill. You called me a piece of shit. You called me fraudulent. You called me my price and
what am I shilling? What am I shilling? Listen, I asked you if you wanted me to teach you. I asked if you wanted me to teach you how to solve
I gave a guy with 1,700 views an opportunity to talk.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about views, man. Shut the fuck up, please. Views. Come on. You're kidding me.
So can we predict the future real quick?
Yes. 1 year.
When are the Hexicans going to be harmed? Because right now they're just living the fucking dream, buying Rolexes and yachts. And
I don't know. I think it's going to be a slow burn. It's a long
slow burn.
So
like what other coin? Like, is there a coin that's done the slow burn thing before? So I can
no. You're a pretty smart guy, dude. I'm not saying you're not. I know you are.
I just want to know. I want to know when you'll know when you're wrong. I want you to know.
I thought we have a year from now.